Thank you.
No,
Then
يا miss, it's wrong.
why? We are working
عشان
where? Yeah.
الواي
Nano, we are working where, honey? Where?
x-axis.
In x-axis, right? Which
مش هو
page
المفروض
هناك؟
x-axis C and D.
No, he said
289.
in this question, yes, 289. Question in your book, page 289. He said, which two triangles are reflection of each other across the x-axis? Then which two triangles reflected across the x-axis? Huh?
C and D.
No. A and C, like Adam said. A
ماشي.
and C, okay? Next question.
Okay.
Next question. Lujaina Ayman. For which two triangles in the line of reflection the y-axis? Which two triangles in the line of reflections y-axis? Which two triangles? Which two
Miss,
triangles? What?
Miss, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, honey. Which two
Okay.
triangles? Huh? Reflected across.
How Miss, can you miss repeat number 4 because I didn't understand it?
Number 4, he said, you have in front of you, you have a group of triangles, right? Which two triangles reflected on x-axis? Reflected on x-axis. So look at A and C.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Look at x-axis. You will find that each point have an equal distance from the pre-image, have an equal distance exactly like the image in both of them. Right? So the answer for question number 4 was A and C. What about question 5, ya Jana? Yeah, sorry, ya Luigi.
Okay.
Which
D and D?
Yes, C and D. Thank you so much. Yes, C and D. They are reflected across the y-axis. Thank you. Who will answer the next question?
Miss, how C and D?
C and D. Look at C and D. Where is the y-axis? You will find the y-axis at the middle, right?
Yes.
Is axis of reflection. And you found that one to the left side and one to the right side, and they have exactly the same distance from the y-axis, and each point has the same, each angle have the same measure, and each side have the same length. Understood or not?
Okay.
Okay. Question number 6. Who will answer question number 6?
Miss, can I answer?
Yes, sure. Yes, someone said he has a question. Yes. Huh? I'm waiting.
Miss, can I answer?
Could it be A and D?
A and D reflection?
Yes.
It's impossible. We said it's reflection. If it's up, becomes down. If it's right, becomes left. If it's left,
Mrs. Numbers
like a mirror, right? So this is with reflection. But if we will go to question number 6, Nano, question number 6, huh? Which triangle is a translation of a triangle C?
B.
Yes, very good. And how would you describe the translation?
8 up, 6 to the right.
Thank you so much. Excellent. Yes, so it's a translation of 8 units up and 6 units right. Thank you. Let's move.
Miss, can I answer number 7?
Okay, yeah, Lujain. Okay, go on, honey.
Okay. Which triangles are congruent? How do you know? لازم يكون all the 4 triangles A, B, C, D are congruent.
Exactly.
The length of the base and the height of all 4 triangles are لازم يكون 3 units.
Very
4
good.
units.
So either a reflection or a translation of triangle C, they are all congruent. Yes, they are all congruent. Thank you so much. Now it's your turn, grade 7, grade 8, but after a while, we are going to solve the question number 8, and you will represent it and you will send it to me. But first, we are going to watch this part, and then we will answer the question.
Triangle ABC that we have to reflect across the y-axis. There's a couple of different methods for achieving this. One method is to simply use the coordinate plane itself to do the reflection. Before reflecting this object across the y-axis, let's make sure we first know where the y-axis is. On a coordinate plane, the y-axis is the line which goes up and down. We must make sure that our object is reflected across that line. Now, let's take a look at point C. Notice that point C is exactly 4 units to the left of the y-axis. So just take point C and move it 4 units to the right of the y-axis. That's the new location of point C. Point B is located 4 units to the left of the y-axis as well. So make sure to do the opposite and move it 4 units to the right of the y-axis. Take a look at point A. Point A is located 7 units to the left of the y-axis. So let's simply move it 7 units to the right of the y-axis. And we have found the 3 new locations of point A, B, and C to reflect it across the y-axis. Now, let's write down the ordered pairs of the new points. Point A is located at positive 7, negative 6. Point B is located at positive 4, negative 6. And point C is located at positive 4, negative 2.
Do you notice anything now between the pre-image and the image? Do you notice anything?
Yes.
Yes, what do you notice? Let me ask Ahmed Rashwan. Rashwan, do you notice anything, ya Ahmed?
Yes, in the original one on the left.
Huh. What do you
The
notice, ya
original
Ahmed?
one, the original one on the left. The measure from C to the x-axis, y قصدي.
Okay.
4, so we'll move 4 to the other side.
We will move forward to the other side, right? Thank you, Ahmed. Could you
Yes.
please not with me now? Is there anyone we can add something? Is there anyone can add something? Do you notice anything else? Ahmed said that you have the same distance from the y-axis because already we said at the beginning, we want to reflect across the y-axis. Then if we look at C, which is the original point or the pre-image, we found that it's the same distance like the image. But please look at the numbers here. Look at x-axis. It was negative 7 becomes what?
7.
7. And the y-axis still the same, negative 6. Negative 4. It was negative 4 becomes
4.
4. It was negative 4 becomes
4.
4. And what about y? Negative 6,
They stay the
negative
same.
6, and negative 2. So do you notice anything here? What happened?
Because the reflection through
The X changes,
Oh, the
but the Y stays the same.
Exactly, exactly. The y change, the y is still the same, but the x change, right? Then we can put a rule now. Who can tell me the rule if we want to reflect across the y-axis? Huh?
exchange y.
Exactly. So we have to keep y the same, and we will change only x. Okay? Adam, could you please repeat the rule to us, please? Adam. Adam, could you please repeat the rule?
I didn't hear بصراحة.
You didn't hear. Okay. Noor, Mahi, Noor Mahdi. Noor Mahdi. Noor Mahdi, could you please repeat the rule? Ali.
Yes.
Okay, could you please repeat the rule? We said we knocked something here and we said a rule. Could you please repeat the rule to us?
We should keep the y with the same sign, but
Exactly.
x we should change the sign.
Thank you so much. You can say again now, ya Adam?
Yes.
Yes. So if we want to reflect across the y-axis, what we have to do? If we want to reflect across the y-axis, Kenzie, where are you?
Yes, ma'am. We will should change the sign of the x-axis.
Yes.
So will be negative will change into the positive sign.
Whatever, if it's positive becomes negative, if it's a negative becomes positive, if zero, we are going to keep it the same. But the rule, once we want to reflect any shape across the x-axis, across the y-axis, we are going to keep y and we will change what? And we will change x. Okay, let's continue.
Points, being that A had an absolute value of 7 and 6, and when we changed it, the number still stayed 7, 6, but there was one thing that did change. Take a look at each of the x values. All of the x values were negative, and after we reflected the object, all of the x values became positive. That brings us to a rule. Whenever we reflect anything across the y-axis, all of the y values will remain the same, the number as well as the sign. But for the x values, the sign will become opposite of what it was before. So for point A, it was -7, and it turned to +7. B and C were both -4, and we changed those both into +4. Now let's use the same rule to reflect triangle ABC across the x-axis. The same rule will apply, except for when reflecting something across the x-axis, it's the x values which will remain the same. And it is the y values that we will have to change the sign to the opposite of what it was. So let's just rewrite all the x values exactly the same. -7, -4, and -4. Now, let's take all of the y values, because each of the y...
What do you expect with y values now? What do you expect with y values? Here in this question, we are
We
going
should
to...
change the sign.
Yes, we will change the sign for y, because in this question, we are going to reflect across what? Across what?
X-axis.
X-axis, and we want to reflect across the x-axis, which means we are going to keep x and we will change y. We will turn the sign for y. Whatever, if it's positive becomes negative, negative becomes positive, right? So let's watch again. Hannah Durgam. Hannah Durgam, could you please repeat? What do you know?
The change the sign if you will go across the x-axis for the y.
If we want to reflect across the x-axis, then
we'll change the sign for the y.
We will change the sign for the y. Thank you. Maya.
Yes. Yes.
If we want to reflect across the y-axis, could you please tell me what's going to happen?
We will change, if we're going to reflect across the y, we will change.
We will change what? If we want to reflect across y. So we have to keep what?
We will keep y.
We will keep y, and we will change
X.
And we will change x. Yes, thank you so much.
Values were negative, simply turn them positive. So instead of -6, -6, and -2, we now have 6, 6, and 2. Now we have the location of the 3 new points when reflecting our original triangle across the x-axis. Now let's plot each of the ordered pairs. The new point A is going to be located at -7, +6. The new B location is at -4, +6. And point C is located at -4, +2. And when you connect all of the dots, we have our new right triangle, ABC, which was reflected across the x-axis.
So, Khadija, excellent. Judy Abaouf, very good. Ahmad Rashwan again, please. Farah El-Boghdadi, very good. Lujaina Nauman, she sent the rest of the page, very good, Lujaina. Jana Tamer, very good, correct.
Miss, I sent it.
Lujaina Ayman, yes. Hannah, who's Hannah?
Hannah. Me, Hannah Hamdi. It's loading right now.
Okay, but you draw the pre-image only, so we are looking for both, please.
I did the other thing, but I forgot to take a picture. But my internet is weak.
I'm waiting. Okay. Reem Gouda, very good. Fatima, very good. Kenzie, okay. Noor Al-Mahi, please make it again. Adam, use ruler, please, yeah, Adam, and graph paper.
حاضر أعملها تاني.
Yes, please. Lujaina Nauman, very good, but put the letters to differentiate between the pre-image and the image, please. Hannah Hamdi, very good. Anyone else?
Miss, I sent mine.
Okay, Fadia. Correct, yeah, Fadia. Very good. Fatima, she
Miss,
sent
how did you receive mine?
Who?
Lujaina Ayman. I
Yes,
sent both.
yes, and you sent both. Yes, I appreciate your work. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hannah Hamdi, also she sent the rest of the page. Fadia, yes, yeah, Fadia, very good. And Farah Al-Bughdadi, she sent the rest of the page. Thank you.
the graph عشان you said to do the original one.
What did you say? Please again.
I sent the graph.
Yes.
Did you see it?
Hannah Durgham.
Yes.
Ahmed Rashwan, we want to check the answer, please, ya Ahmed. Ahmed, please again, ya Ahmed. Ali Dobel, you make a cross y-axis. We are looking for x-axis. So please check your answer again. Hannah, yes, I receive it. It's correct. Thank you. Hannah Magdi. Hannah Magdi, you send the rest of the page. Thank you. Side. We are working in page 289. Okay, Judy? Question number C. Which side of the image is congruent to the side YZ? It will be?
Y dash and Z dash.
Yeah, Y dash and Z dash, line segment. Okay, line segment, Y prime, Z prime. Name 3 other pair of congruent sides. Name other 3 pair of congruent sides. Yes, Hannah Hamdi. Hala, where are you? Hala, Hala, you are here? Hala.
Hala or Hannah?
Hala.
Oh, okay.
Hala. Wx should be congruent with W prime, X prime. XY, line segment should be with X prime, Y prime. WZ should be congruent with W prime, Z prime. Okay, number D, it will be angle X prime. And name 3 other pair of congruent angles, W with W prime, Y with Y prime, Z with Z prime.